Hi, Matikela. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So, when it comes to this cell phone issue, Uramsipile has also successfully did a lot of things. Ne? I think in a normal court with a normal judge who listens to evidence holistically and with proper understanding, Uramsipile has successfully done his incredible job. Do you understand? Now, this evidence of Sergeant Taka is very important. This is a very significant piece of evidence because it goes directly to chain of custody, documentary corroboration, and the reliability of the state's narrative regarding the alleged cell phone. Now, what Ramsipule was establishing, Advocate Ramsipule carefully laid the foundation through the witness. First, he identified the SEPS 15 duty roster. Secondly, he established who was working in the client services center, in the cell complex, in the charge office. Thirdly, he confirmed that the witness was familiar with the station procedures. Only after establishing that foundation, he did move to the cell phone issue. I don't know if you guys noticed that. Now, this is a classic cross-examination or re-exam technique. Establish the rules first, then test whether the alleged event no, that was not re-exam. That was cross-examination. That was evidence in chief, actually. And now then test whether the alleged event complies with those rules. The procedure, according to the witness confirmed that if a cell phone is found on a detainee, step one, the witness confirmed that if the cell phone must be booked into a SEPS 13 register. The SEPS 13 is the official exhibit register used to record seized property. Step two, the seizure must be reflected in the occurrence book, OB or SEPS 10. This creates an independent recording or record showing what was found, when it was found, who found it, who took possession of it. Step three, if the phone leaves the station, the phone must be booked out of SEPS 13, recorded again in the OB, the occurrence book now. This creates a complete paper trail. Now, then comes the critical question. Ramsipile asked the witness to inspect the OB for 7th February 2021 and determine whether there was an entry reflecting a cell phone being recovered from Danzi, a cell phone being seized in the cells, a cell phone being booked out. The witness's answer was no entry. That answer is potentially devastating. Why that is important or it matters? The state cell phone narrative requires certain events to have happened. If investigators entered the cells and recovered a cell phone from Danzi, ordinary police procedure demands documentation. The witness confirmed no OB entry existed. No reference to the cell phone exists in the OB. No record exists of the booking the phone out. The documentary trail appears absent. Dololo, nothing. The defense argument, Ramsipile is building a simple argument. If the cell phone existed, there should be records. If the cell phone was seized, there should be records. If the phone left the station, there should be records. There are no records. Therefore, the court must question whether the alleged seizure occurred in the manner described, or it even occurred at all. So those are the things that Judge Rata needs to deal with. Now, the bigger legal issue when it comes to this, South African courts generally prefer contemporaneous documentary records over human memory years later. A witness may honestly remember events or may honestly misremember events. Documents created at the time are often considered more reliable. The defense is effectively saying, do not ask the court to rely on memories from years later when the official records that should support those memories do not exist. Don't you dare. That is what Ramsipile is doing there. Now, why Ramsipile focused on the OB instead of SEPS 13? Notice the strategic move that he does there. The defense does not have the SEPS 13 register. Rather than speculate about what might be in SEPS 13, Ramsipile focuses on what is physically before the court, the OB, the witness, the official station records. The witness personally checked on the OB and found nothing. That makes the point far harder for the state to dismiss. Potential state's response might be, the state will likely argue the OB entry may have been omitted. The SEP 13 register might still exist. Administrative failures do not automatically mean the cell phone never existed. That is a legitimate argument, right? However, the problem becomes cumulative if no SEP 13 is produced. No OB entry exists, no booking out record exists, then the court may ask, where is the objective evidence proving this cell phone was actually recovered from the cells? Akanatrace judge what angayenza yonke lento ayenzayo, but the bottom line is he needs to do right by all of this. Why this helps the this helps Ntanzi's defense. The cell phone has been presented as an important part of the state's narrative. Ramsipile is not necessarily trying to prove the phone never existed. He is trying to create reasonable doubt about how it was obtained, where it came from, whether proper procedures were followed, whether the official records support the story. In criminal trials, especially where evidence is disputed, gaps in chain of custody documentation can become highly significant because they affect the weight and reliability that a court may attach to that evidence. Now, the key takeaway from all of this is that the most important sentence from this exchange was not Ramsipile's question. It was the witness's answer. No entries. After the witness explained that a cell phone seizure should appear in the OB and the removal of the phone from the station should also be recorded, the absence of any such entry gives the defense a concrete documentary gap to place before the court. Whether that gap ultimately destroys the state cell phone evidence will depend on what other records will and witnesses the state can produce. But it is clearly a point the defense will rely on heavily in closing arguments. So that is what is happening when it comes to all of this. My take also on this is that, another take that I have is that, do you know that these people, Captain Root went to request this SEPS 13 there by Valeria police station, took it out, and when it was needed, it was nowhere to be found. Do you remember that? Now, maybe when they were doing that, they thought they ate. There's a possibility of that. They thought they ate. They thought they dealt with it. But what we are seeing inside the courtroom, it's telling a different story, because now this is exposing who they are. This is exposing how they work. This is exposing that even after taking that SEPS 13 and acting as if it's missing or whatever, they still failed dismally. You know, when you are going to fail, no matter what you can do, you will still fail. When you are meant to fail, you will fail. When you are doing wrong things, you will be exposed when the time comes. Do you understand? So there is nothing that they can actually genuinely do to help the situation. Instead, whenever they try to do something, they always fail dismally. And they also expose what kind of police officers they are in that cold unit. Cold storage unit, they are always at a space of exposing that they are not good cops. Because why borrow that book from the station I think it was March 2026. Now, when it's needed in court, it's nowhere to be found, but other books are found. But that one, it's not found. And if they think that is going to help, it did not help, because now Valeria police station came, and after they came, they exposed that there are no entries. So how is that going to assist? How is that helping them in any shape or form? Like, anyway, how is it assisting them, because right now things are not looking good. Things are not looking good for any of them or anything that they try. Things are not looking good at all. What was the point then? Because now the cell phone story is falling apart every day. And uRamsipile does a very, when it comes to dismantling the entire story. So what is the point? Because now they are failing on all angles. I don't know how Baloyi is feeling about failing during the people and during, imagine if his father, mother, family, wife, children are watching this. What do they think of him? Ogininda, their names being mentioned in such situations. What does that say about them? Are they going to just explain it away by, hey, no, it's just a job? Guys, for really? Is it just a job? Honestly, is it just a job? Because right now, it goes back to one thing. Guys, what you are doing here is not nice. It's not good. Anyway, the bottom line is that uRamsipile has successfully made sure that Undanze once again has been cleared when it comes to the stupid cell phone recovery that was done in Valeria police station. And the Valeria SEPS officials are like, we know nothing about it. Now, if the officers of Valeria know nothing about it, no report was done to them, Mabena and Mokgane definitely lied about it. They definitely lied about it. And weirdly so, how is the okay, I'll do a different video about that because wow. I'm just thinking about something else now. These police officials are something else, I tell you. No, man, they are something else. What are your thoughts when it comes to all of this? I want to hear your views, quick comment section. Please drop them comments there. Let's have a discussion. Tell me, how are you feeling about all of this? What's going on in your mind? What are your thoughts? What's going on? Thank you. Bye-bye.